Hello and welcome back to Kelly 60 Plays. I'm Alex, as stated, and I'm doing another Xenoblade leveling thing. Today, will be mostly post Chapter 4 spoiler warnings, specifically mid Chapter 5 spoiler warnings as well. So let's load the game up and see what we're doing. At this point, I don't really care for my level. As you may know, I am kind of trying to be a stickler for that, but so much, so good. As you can see, we're at the city camp spot. Uh, the parts involving these three, Mr. Guy in red and whatnot, will happen later. Unfortunately, this will happen Wednesday. I have nothing else to do right now. So currently, and I have a couple quests, normal quests around that I can still do because my level's way too high and I need to do them. So please ignore the big guy in red. He's not much. So yes, we are now above level 50, and I just feel like doing some class leveling, while also doing some quests. Not trying to over level, but eh. So first, we have this quest involving Juniper. Which involves all the husks at the bottom of the one area. You may notice I do have some characters in other classes. Noah is currently rocking the Incursor class. Uni is running the Lost Vanguard. Tyon's Thaumaturge. I don't remember if I still had him or not as Thaumaturge. Um, and currently, Lons is.
Many of my friends fell.
Let me check. It appears we can pass through here.
Yes, we can. No, I don't. I'm not running Iron Blood. Oh, there's a bunch of Olafs. Or Ferris. You can't argue with numbers in the end. Even so. Out once you've been cornered in a place like this. Do any sending off like this? Oh, yes, of course. I smacked there behind. Oh, unique monsters. Man. Man, I'm glad this class has a free hit. But it's also like, I never have it up. And there we go. Like, I can't keep them up. I think we should be able to send them now.
Please,
Oh, Mia's in
Your
it.
peaceful sleep.
Oh, Mia's a war medic.
Yeah, for sure.
I forgot that her outfit I had changed. Oh, and Senna's a different class. She's not Flash Fencer. Currently, everyone's not a class you think they are, unless their outfits actually say so. So that light was you. Might have been ascending off. Looks so soft and gentle. Died here too, and was left where he fell. Oh, really? He was the first to fall. Get to the safety and fought to the bitter end. I can see why. Yep. Christiana in that respect. Seriously, like the old commander. Kind of similar to how technically you didn't have use Alexandria at all while you walked around, but once you actually got into the side quests that came up afterwards, you got a lot more story out of her. That's cool. I actually enjoyed that a little bit at the end. Another sapphire. In fact, if I give her the iota goods, I get another sapphire. Form a commander. Okay, right now I need to figure out where all my remaining side quests are. Which means to a campsite. You're not the campsite, you're the thing at the campsite. Loca Loca here is asking for stuff. Nah.
We could do with some food.
Okay, discussions. Favorite Lebanesses? I require Valdi there. Bountiful Ether, Scavenging, Someone's Sheet Music, and 11's Future. I would need a Shira for that. Bountiful Ether. Lando's been raking in the ether lately. Called Koji's meant to be behind it all. They mined it, didn't they? Such results. Never have enough ether. Can't they share some with other colonies? Curious. Let's find out. Oh, and now we have another colony helping other colonies.
Let's lay out the facts.
City's full of things I've never heard of and all this amazing tech and stuff. Like we do. It'll be a sight harder than just normal scavenging too. Not my idea of fun. And they can't leave any trace behind either. But in a different way to Monica's corpse, which fights on the front line. So the force can stay flexible and mobile. Secret platoon. No mon wetlands ourselves. More about these lost numbers. A little. Seems like a lot of hard work. They're probably pretty short-handed over there. At least Unity made it sound like they're a titchy little unit. And be a good opportunity to get to know them better. Oh, that's on the backside of the sword, so that's fine. And sheet music.
Let's lay out the facts.
About this sheet music we found in the city. Made me really happy for some reason. It's completely different to the Opsier medleys. Is in here though. Really like to know the rest. Yes, please. Okay. Counterpoint. That's an interesting name. I'll do the Valdi and other stuff later. What's my gems on? Look, working towards 8 there. Don't have that. I would need pain. What about you? Oh god. I don't have the Age Needle Claw for that, unfortunately. Prawn Scale. Elukes I know what are. Horish Amplifier I don't know. Some of those I definitely recognize. Morgan Assault I don't. Okay. I think we're good though. I don't know.
Are we all ready to fight?
Clearwater Shelf is the better spot there. And this is our active quest. Even if it's just two among the other. Cardamine? Ah. How are you now? I'm feeling pretty okay. Snuff it. Ah. Oh, he wasn't the person I needed to talk to. Koji. More ether than we can collect. Since we perfected the ether probe. Ah. Wanted to find a more way to find ether channels. But yeah, lately it's been excessive. Had too much ether. How awful. Why not use it? Right. Sure, we can just give it away for free. But the sergeant shot it right down. It's very by the book, shall we say. And then get Tolgrim on board, not to mention captains like Sif. And maybe it's a difficult problem to a nearby colony. Work with Colony Tau. No good. Verdi? Could pay us back for Ether and Levinus tech. And convince the top brass you're back up. Which can pay us back in kind. We're not going to get the okay. I'd like to be able to distribute it more widely, but that's not really my draw. I'm the same way. Yeah. Sell it through Nopon. Current extra work on your side. You could sell through them. Should at plenty of profit and have the added benefit of utilizing the trade routes. Colonies suffering from the ether shortages are sure to be somewhere on their itinerary. They won't have any trouble selling it. gets to sell its ether, and ether-starved colonies get to buy it from Notbon. Kind of approval on that. Better to get the ball rolling straight away. The merchants, preferably. Yep. Trader near the entrance to the colony. Thanks for this. Okay. The trader I never use because
I see some relations have changed.
talking with the trader pawns tend to be altogether. What's that? Surplus ether. And sell it to the other colonies. So you ask Zoka. We'll be around ruins of Cebu. Okay. Which is easy because that's the only the second rest spot in the area.
I see some relations
Oh.
have changed.
Miss Wing-made cuisine much. To stuff belly silly with proper food. Upon cooking.
Interesting news.
Hi, Soka. What friends bring for Soka to sell? The deal concerns Colony Lambda's ether. See now. Take it as far as possible to as many other colonies as possible. Maybe high if friends keep ether to selves. We'd like to entrust it to your best caravan. In many colony, it's not much work if friends only want to sell ether. Price aiming to specie friend. Are you sure that's fair? Asking price of friends. Love nothing more in world than to sell ether. Okay. That's quick. I didn't see if it popped. I mean, there are rare instances where you can do that and it will technically not count. Colony, if for those of you who have gotten past chapter 4, where I've been pretty lenient on the spoilers so far with, if you're in the castle and you're on one of the elevators, you cannot open the menus. Did you manage to talk to them? Looks like Zoka's all for it. Great news, thanks. How quickly the caravans can make decisions. It wasn't all that quick, really. Anything gets done in Lambda. We can't keep doing things like this. And that time is rapidly approaching. It's just not sustainable. Oh, there's one thing at a time, sorry. Thanks anyways. Okay. And now...
I see some relations have changed.
Yes, Castle Beckons. I would like to actually start working on that storyline stuff soon. And in the Kion and whatnot. Okay. I see. You helped Kochi out, huh? Well, run it by us next time. Around here, you know? In the colony, yeah?
I see some relations have changed.
Oh. Did they immediately shot down? Fuck you guys. Might be a... Sounds like that's gearing up to be another quest with Commander Isard. We can still develop Lambda. And pursue their own targets. If you could. Okay. Plus 10. I'm getting close to that plus 4. Oh, we got a Shijima also updated? I just talked to you. Going to Agnes Castle by any chance. What, you want to come with? I'm giving anything to do with castles and homecomings a wide berth. And if you need, let me know if there's anything you need. That's really all I wanted to get across. Look out for yourself first. Yeah. I mean, we could always contact these guys for any extras. Redhead. Got some gripes with Lambda too. The way things are. From the commander's perspective.
My stomach's growling.
That sounds like a reference to some other things going on. I'm so close to that. I just want to talk to people and see how close I can. Where Lucia went down. You were acquainted with her? Her in skirmishes a couple times. Tough adversaries, and Orsolia was one of their strongest. But it's still sad she's gone. Ah. By Mobius. There are a lot when all you were doing was dancing in the palm of their hand. Ah, that story's fully reached out. Ooh, I want to go to Colony 4 actually. Next. Evolve its soldier and somehow got the Pharaonis back on its feet. Look like you can go inside though. Done without help from the nation's top brass will be a pain in the half. Huh. I must grab that one eventually. Gotten that one eventually. Looks like some of the talks didn't net anything. I have assumptions that they're from other areas. Where the talks weren't necessarily coded to Lambda talk. Get some money. Gem school. Trusty hunter's tool. Okay. To the Foreignist region and Colony 4 because this is an area I want to walk through because of one of the hero quests that I did that involved lands. I think we're gonna see a couple kids walking around. Just a hunch. And obviously those watching the VOD might already know who I'm referring to.
Stomach's growling.
Maybach. Fewer casualties now than we did at the beginning. The atmosphere in the colonies generally improved too. No, sorry. Just forget I said that, will you? If Ethel could see the colony now, she'd probably be happy. Say that people like me serving in the catering corps are cowards and we couldn't hack it at the front. How much fighting are you going to get done on an empty stomach? I've got a point, right? On their own battlefield. I'm starting to sound like Maxie now. It's small. It's super small, but there are things like that that just work. They are sure know their way around the blade. I don't think she would have ever settled things with Kamarabi any other way, though. There are things that came with it that we need to accept, too. That's acceptance right there. Okay. Yeah. Still not seeing Ymir's here. Or Ymir. Heading towards a very unpleasant outcome. I'll just have to accelerate my special research. Purloin and Agnian Levinus for me. What? Why do you want an Agnian Levinus? That sounds like things involving Colony Iota post what's about to happen with the 57 quest. I don't have enough Nopon coins to do what I want. Oh, we got some. So we heard about the Nopon who went missing. You know about Bom Bom? Oh, that fuzzy-headed idiot hasn't been back. That doesn't sound too good. And still decided to go wandering off. You have no idea where. Doran knows, but who knows where he is? Not true, but not trouble. Nothing but trouble, that brat. Stop slacking off and bring Bom Bom back with you, or you'll get a clip around the ear.
I see some relations have changed.
Ah, there they are. Hello, Garvel. How are you? Looks like you got all your stuff bundled up there. You heading out or something? Got told to transfer to Colony 9. One of the higher-ups wanted me gone, I reckon. Wasn't exactly a friendly neighborhood anyhow, but it's not like it will make any difference.
More names?
How to live in a colony like this, I have no idea. Sure like to crack the whip, working us to the snuff and bone. Here have put up with this crap this whole time. Can't believe no one snapped.
We're going up in the world. Good to add more names.
So they're getting thrown over to Colony 9. Doran. Are you Doran? That's me. Need something? Denzel has a message. One about the clip around my ear. No need to pay that anyway. He's always that way. Don't tell me Bom Bom's gone AWOL again. Bunk off. Well, not like I can talk. Why your boss is always so angry. You've never, ever met. But don't you want to make sure he ain't in trouble or anything? I should be looking out for him. Might go to hide from work even, I guess. Lynn Nidwa. Can't have you inconvenient yourself alone on his behalf. Okay. Easy. This rest spot. Oh, you can... Ah! With the bountiful ether. The trader pond's updated. Ah, 10... So, for 99, you'd need 990,000 gold. For a full restock. Okay. Now I can just go...
Good to add more names.
I see some ansels. He's surrounded. What do we do? Come on, Tim. Let's solve everyone's problems. Can't help but notice that Noah uses Incursor Sword similarly to and they're done. It's only level 19s, but the small ones still give stuff for CP. Class rank points. You'll get a whack from Denzel. Bam Bam do what Bam Bam want. Haven't eaten since this morning either. Should have a bit of breathing space. Bring Ardun ribs as ingredients. Already did that. Unless this is a new drop that starts spawning now.
Don't worry. I'll coordinate.
This should up the odds a little.
That was spectacular.
And I was the MVP.
Okay, it's just.
You're all
I could have sworn I already had some.
I don't want to do this, but you're in our way.
I'll show you how to play
Ah.
Unstoppable with you around, Senna.
Okay, and where's my next star move? Ardun. Right there.
Don't try to stop us.
We can do it. No doubt about it.
Keep it up, Leon.
much what I expected.
I'd say we were moving in sync.
It tried running.
I don't want to do this, but you're in our way.
I don't think we'll run into any issues.
They're set up for a fall.
You're a lifesaver.
Art canceling goes so fast, but it's also like then I have nothing left. Do do do. Okay. Assume there's a new recipe after this. Only other wither for camping. Not all the time, but yeah, pretty much. Where are you not free? Cast. So cast out 2x4 and known eye before searching in puzzle tree for puzzle tree wood and eye of bamboo. Eat while hot. Then get back to the colony. Been here a while now. Where did those two blockheads go? Got a call from Doran. But where are you? We're back in Colony 4. It's something we have to explain. But we're in a bit of a pickle right now. Wanna know what these dinglebats are on about now. Oh, got that pretty quickly. Yeah, and they're getting yelled at the front of the colony, to the canteen. I assume Denzel's about to put a clamp on the ear. Or Doran and Bamba. What? Get back here. come back crawling back, they jump in a left and this and fly off. I'm lost, someone take me home. Are you going to hold them back? So said on time. They have my blessing. It's hard not to be concerned.
I see some relations have changed.
This one just keeps going, doesn't it? Oh. I'd laugh if it's already dead on Ether. You just zoomed right past us. What are you talking about? Are you crazy? Only I press 3, Nopon and Man. Queen's Oath. For now, yeah? Yes. Aren't you supposed to be looking out for Fuzzy here? One dies, both die. Then, will you at least promise to be careful? Wherever the wind takes us. Okay. That could get... Yeah, I'm worried about them. Hope of persuading them to come back. Better let them do as they please. Okay, this is an ever-updating quest line. Say hi if you spot them in your travels. Okay. We have something in the command center. Nope. How it feels to lose a commander. That sergeant must be tearing up inside. We'll offer all the support we can until they're ready to get back on their feet. Ah! Isn't there only, what, 4 more people remaining for that colony? It was just that team. Oh! There's a random Isn't that an Agnian Levinus? What's that doing in a place like this? Thing to have in a Kevin's colony, even if it doesn't seem to be working anymore. I got permission from Boliars, all proper like. Have you all worked it out yet? Who even are you? From the maintenance and development team. What do you think makes the difference between Kavesi and Hagnian Levinuses? They have different color schemes, but also incorrect. It's their legs. Come with a hover assembly as a standard fleet, sure. Other end words they can float. It is considerable. They are built with sturdy legs. Spindly. Truly play second fiddle to the Agnian ones in this regard. Sees some proper Agnian Levinuses. It's almost junk. We're not engineers or anything. to run more tests on. You mean literally anything? I only have need of Hacknean parts, yes. Okay, this is just another... build another Levinus. Similar to Colony 30.
Okay, so we're handing over.
Okay, these are ones that I don't have. And, ooh, this is a high-ranking quest. Okay, never mind. I am going to check that. $43. Okay, so it's right around this level. Haven't come across a lot of the Agnian type. Well, I know here the one quest is right there, but I need Alexandria. That is nothing. This is all 40s. There is a quest-related event at this spot. Go take a look. Racket first. Okay. Going on for a while now. I can't with these two. Would you? Okay. Take long. Head towards source of noise.
I see some relations have changed.
Every last ether cylinder. I see ether channels somewhere. It's best to collect. Collecting is good. Basic info particle. Um. Oh, it's up there.
Good thing we found this.
The way it sounds, that I'm first thinking Agni and Levinus. And answer is... oh, it's a supply drop. Looks like airdrop break it. That sound of air. Okay. Get at what's inside this container now. Not so broken. All it needs some marrow grease. Another parts quest? Well, yes, we'd love to get these parts. Thank you for asking so nicely. Is the Serenity Jet. Ah, at least it's an easy quest. How many do I need? I wanted to talk to the Husk. Not sitting there. How the maintenance and development team gets it done. Monster attracted by sound. Idiocy inconveniences us. These two should come with a warning. Oh, don't say that. They're not bad people. You take the container. That is not the container. Oh, come on. Honestly, my thoughts exactly. I needed 4 Serenity Jets. Crit, crit, crit. Ow. Yeah, building that's pretty easy thanks to the quick. That's more useful for the higher level ones, though. And that's goodbye, Mr. Luck. Open at will, folks. When did you get back? Hope it's food. Ah. Warrior's Armor Vest, Iron Ring, Soldier Ring, Affection Ring, 2 gemstones. Dang it. The spark's this. We don't need it. May as well take it. Thanks for the help. Cheers. Yeah, it's a token of our appreciation. Let's rip. Yeah. Guess they're pretty easygoing. Okay. Fear of the unknown for not on silver coins. Good.
Something so valuable here. We can't just leave this be.
Pretty stone-faced there, Noah. Ah, colony fairly. Okay. Burning curiosity. This one always seems like it would be one in specific areas. No, because that's there. Ah, this question mark. Is new. Marker is new. Ah, I have to walk. There's the 11s. That is so rank. You're in it by putting that in it. What's the issue now? Where's Glare Obturine? Give me strength. Strength to travel far. Oh, stop. Not sort this out. Tastes like real food. For making this ingredient thing. Nectar of Bobolessia. Ammoni's Hollow. Yeah, I was about to say, I didn't see the Levinus here. And, oh. Not do that. Understand when time is right.
I see some relations have changed.
Yeah, I don't see the actual Levinus. Oh, there it is. I'm like, where's the Levinus? I didn't even see it when I spawned. Only it's next to them. The last time it was next to them. That should do it. Can anyone else hear wings? That's coming. Oh, one of you big guys. Not bugs, anything but bugs. Have at plot bus. That thing is ingredients, is this a joke? Coming at us, we'd better take it out anyways. This seems like a Manana and Riku based quest line. Did that miss? I didn't feel the... When breaks like that happen, it then screws me up. I missed a hit. It was just barely noticeable that I didn't hit that. Lots of fluids harvested. Only eat flower nectar, so body fluids very sweet and rich. Bug juices though. Bug juices, man. Just in Manana. Even our party's like, wait, what are you doing with that? But that's some items that I didn't notice, didn't have. Smeared Galore Obscurine and fermenting bug juice together. Give quick singe at the end for finishing touch. Huh. And plate. But it's still Virgin and bug juice. Come to service. Now shut mouth and try bite. That's the verdict. Taste that augmented with a tart sweetness, giving it almost a fruity tang. As you want. As many recipes as possible. Okay, that's gonna burn into another quest later. And then we can get back on trail. End of quest line. They'd make any for us. Fair point, Lance. A more balanced recipe. It's still giving me quest affinity with Colony 4 though, so I'm happy. The more questing stuff, the better. Or the more affinity for the extra stuff from colonies, the better. Okay. There's something I need to redo here. And that is get back onto the top of this area. Because the ether channel is on cliff sides, but I haven't gone up. I've already gone down that path. Don't need to do it again. Well, I might need to do it again for that husk, but I can do that slightly off screen
Is this like
before
a
that
real
part.
thing?
So bad it's just done. I'll need to string together, though, a thing of just, recorded replays that I've taken through the game on off screens just for some of the dumb stuff that's occurred. Strictly with, excuse me, character models.
Whoa, got a rare
Moving troops
dude
through
all right
mountains or
here.
woodland tends to be strenuous. Let's take every precaution.
Don't worry.
Coins, Turkins, affinity with.
Careful eye on our surroundings. They're set up for a fall.
I can go really quick. Oh, that's. I just realized. That's level 45. That's within 6 levels.
Way too soon.
Hear that, Noah? Lance wants something a bit meatier.
Oh, this has 45s here. But there is a high level 88. And it's a Gogol type. So knowing what Gogol type it name might come in handy. Oh, it's a movable Gonzalez. He's a couple levels lower than he should be. But it's a movable Gonzalez. Yay. Oh. Oh. It's
Watch your foot.
okay, yeah, it's this point that the quest line yelled at you saying, what about this, like, Turkin?
So much to see,
Oh,
huh?
the Turkin hold. Meaning, I am predicting a unique monster
This'll be a challenge.
within level range.
This one looking at the fire.
Ah, I missed the side break. Oh, this is gonna be fun. And he went too far too quickly. Um. Regain that. I can wait for a bit. Reversal edge exists. Oh! Might need this. If I lose this, I'm gonna have to swap my classes around. Oh, I should have moved. Ah, that's fine. Reduce attacker. Okay. We are on a side, so Liberation Arrow. This is one of the better ones for this. Yeah. Okay. Who's better? No love lost. Oh. I inverted that. I should have done that and then him. Okay. Well. That one's pretty good. I won't get anything. I screwed up this chain attack order. Won't mean I won't get one of my things back. Ether. Okay. This one. I want a side break. Which would be better? No love lost with healing bullet. And then block, heal, ether, anchor. Along with noble taunt, that's not much. And with that, that's a bravo, we get 2 more back. Good. With the attack up too, so we're doing fine there. Not good. This one. Yeah. Okay. I had a feeling we were on front. Okay. There we go. And then Mighty Beat. And then back in actions will help raise reactivation TPM technical points up again. It's mad. Okay. One more. Okay. Technically it's all in order. Oh god. All of them were above 30. And a lot of them are close to 50. He healed the most because it was both at the same time. Yeah. Didn't do any topple. That's weird. Getting at least 2 back every time could be helpful. First time getting Big Bang Implosion. And deals defense bypassing damage. Okay. That crits. I'm on the back now, and that missed. I need back for Sidewinder. Side for that. Getting close to Glitter Stream, which is a side break. And there we go. Enemy skill unlocked. Royal Aid. Ow.
Whatever happened to not being careless?
As much I would have liked to get an overkill with that for the increase, I'm also glad I didn't. Okay. Low 40s, 35s. I saw one of them just drop down. Don't know if that's supposed to happen. And the level 36s.
Good thing we found this.
There is a container here.
Wonder what's inside.
That would be a funny thing if I could do it. There's a tree there. So no. Too far out. The funny thing would be if I jumped down here.
Getting dark already.
That smarts.
Oh, that's way too far.
Fog. Mio, could you keep an ear or two out?
Don't know if you stay in an area like this for too long if...
Really going in here?
That would be a question I'd ask. Oh!
That smarts.
They actually thought of that?
That
That right there proves they saw that it was possible. Probably added a little extra just to give you a heart attack. But just far enough to give you a heart attack, and you can still make it back. That is good. There's a husk on this side, though. I was wondering, though, if you sat around long enough, if something would actually blow. Probably a Colony 11? Or just a random Confessi. Colony 30. That's Colony 30s, right? Yeah. All the way here, not 11s? I would have to assume because Valdi took over. I don't know if there was an older commander. Ah, and he's the first swift swimmer. And there's Speed Jogger at frickin' 5 with silent steps. Okay, party skills.
That should make life a bit easier for us.
One at 50, one at 50. Both are at 14%. Okay. So, max, I'm gonna say is 10%? Increased to 10%? That's harder to say. So, 28s for these two, if it's equal to double. %63% for caravans. 8 meters. I just do that so that it's not bugging me. Tau. Ah.
That's all of them.
Gemstones. So. I'll give some of the Iota stuffs. And we have a Lambda.
Complete.
Oh.
We just had to
Plus 100. Okay. Some will do that.
We just
Get
have
you
to
some
persevere.
pinks and then extra after. It's always good. And now with that, Lambda I think should be at 4-star. Oh. Oh god, you sons of a gun. Well, I think there's been issues where there's a Lambda up here randomly. They tend to be ones that are first time rewards. Man. Still got a bunch of those.
It's looking complete.
Please. Oh, it's probably because I'm still in the menu.
Looks like colony relations have changed.
I'm like, maybe it's because I'm still in the game thing. Nope. Ooh, here's a question. There's not one here that would be good for them. Yeah, there's not one here. I think I found a fourth one. Because there used to be only 3 up here, plus this one. Including this one. One of these got added. Oh, there's the scavenging at this point, so let's go do it. Doing quests is fine, because I don't get the quest EXP immediately. I just wish it kept Definitive Edition's thing where you could do it at any time without. Oh, hang on. I forgot. This one. Mizuki. Hello, sir. Don't worry, you brought back everyone's belongings. Rely on your help a little more. Could you give the captain up ahead of hand? Or slowing down the retrieval? Understood, we'll do. We're 5x5. We'll be taking every last bit of plunder back to the city. Can't be wasting a single bit. Is something wrong? I had a friend, you. Help but think about the folks who died there. Everything left.
I see some relations
Okay.
have changed.
I still have to take care of some of these guys. I think I had just gotten enough for what. There's a random container here.
Interesting little thing here.
I had a feeling you were there.
Be handy.
Wonder what's inside.
One's an elite, a level 42 elite, and a rare.
I don't want to do this, but you're in our way.
Ah.
You're a lifesaver. Enemy's broken away from me.
Oh.
Show us what you got, Senna.
These are just caterpiles with a different name. Though they are from the original. I do remember Alucas being in the older Machna Woods. It's weird they appear so late. Rather than Sting and, Machna. Killing that guy gets me more material. Because of the bonuses. Oh. Oh, I don't think... Hang on. I need to question that. Class, which one? Glitter Stream. Okay, never mind. The one I was questioning does not stay. Which is Sidewinder. Because if you could Sidewinder into, what would be Gunslinger's, back attack. Good back attacks art. That would be frickin' cool. Oh no, that is the random high level. There's a unique monster here. It's just that one. And it's a fairly decently high level, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's level 71 for no reason whatsoever. Oh, Commander. Kabata. The Ouroboros themselves. Ooh, that we will leave no trace of our existence. It's taking you some time to retrieve everything, I hear. With Garafas, you see. Piece of cake. Enemy is secondary. Yes, ma'am. Go on, pick. Thanks in advance. Oh, God. Oh. These are Garafas. Nearby the unique one. And it ran. Now I'm scared. It ran. The Grafas, which are probably a part of the thing, are not own, or a part of a different thing. Drivetrain part. Those two are probably the ones that are in a tiz. Damage to note. Nothing to sneeze at, eh? Wasn't it? You're smarter than I thought you'd be. I got to keep my team safe. I couldn't face May if anything happened to him. Ah. Okay, that's a decent one. Not much EXP or fighting, but that's fine. Getting the SP though for the hero for the interlinks. Oh, because I upgraded. Ooh, good. Will always be unblockable. I only have 64 though. Everything's on the super high end right now for Noah. Yeah, that's 190 even. Okay, Mio, do I finally have enough? Nope! It's like, do I have a nope. Turn around. Okay, now I can unlock yours. And then I can put back on a heal. Heat gauge. 159, you're actually all the way back up. generate to all. Debuff resistance is decreased by 50 points. That's actually good. Dexterity plus. You're at 154. Neither of those. You can't get that as well. Nope. Oh, 170, 175. Weird. Okay, you. Do I finally have it? Nope. That's right, I had some issues with you. I'll wait for these two until after I get this one. $52. But that's also because his is weird. But I can at least share the art canceling ability between things, so I'm good with that. I think my last major quest is the sheet music. Ah. And I'm going to turn that one on for my notable one. Hello, Neon. Who dropped the sheet music? Oh, that's Granddad's. In the middle of the street. Actually, quite like to me. Him. He's standing on a bridge somewhere, worrying himself sick. Really hard to talk to.
Good to add more names.
He was going to be the next one. It's a not if it's a novel you're after, it's nothing better than the Founder's Tale series. Part of the city, I tell ya. A novel book.
Got some useful intel after that.
Well. That's the name. You can't just say you can't write good music and throw everything away. So he came looking for you. Oh. Did he hear me? I think he wants you to go with him.
Good to add more names.
Hang on.
See, some relations have changed.
Oh. It took a little bit. Oh. Oh. Ain't this something? Huh.
Good to add more names.
Okay, he's walking a little better. To this spot. Is this a better? No. Just let him walk till he says he won't walk anymore. Or I have enough room to walk. You'd like to put to me now? See, please bear with me for the sake of the rest of people who need to cared for too. People who are sadly coming to the end of their lives. I had a feeling. Sometimes I just read stuff while just looking at it. It's just kind of that like quick and easy done kind of thing. Where's he going? There's a lady I admire. Together lost, yet she still soldiers on in stern command.
Good to add more names.
Ah. Manana. I don't think that type of music is designed. It was a lot more jaunty. How bizarre. Something like that one day, too. That's a nice... That's a little, like, small quest, but just good. And there is something I wanted to talk about, because I did talk about this one time during one of these sessions, and I didn't think about it. This one refers to House Reed, but the founder's mentor, who on the battlefield with a great red sword in hand that struck fear into many a Mobius. I thought it was Rex. I don't know if that's true, because at the end of 2, spoilers for that, trust me, Cassini, a respected mentor rather than the founder herself. A robust physic, wielding 2 great swords at once, despite the loss of an eye. Physically and spiritually. I think this might actually be... The question is, why would I think either these 2 are Rex? Well, this one has a red greatsword, obviously. The Aegis weapon of Pyra's is a red greatsword. However, this guy wields twin greatswords at the same time. Now, this is slightly different from... because I don't know what happened post 2, but I know 2, the last cutscene you really see is that spoilers for the end of 2's credit scene, is that Pyra and Mithra are separate. So I don't know if the twin swords are as I originally thought, meant to reference
It's good to keep a record.
if the singular great red sword is supposed to be Rex, or it's the twin great swords that, because now that Pyro and Mythra were separate, both blade weapons were separate. That is the thing I don't know if I can figure out. Obviously, the guy to the right of the one with the red greatsword is, in fact. While not being founders, they are referenced to being similar. Are the one, or is the one that's supposed to be the major greatsword? Seems to be locked. This gives me a Tantal vibe. Now, this door opens. Container.
Hope we can make use of this. Whoa, got a rare doodah right here.
Three ultra pure gemstones. Yes. So I might level out, hunt one of the ones that actually has all the good stuff for one of the ones I want. That can easily be Ket.
I see some relations have changed.
You'll change. Front, right? Yeah. Granica never made it back, and neither did you. They can't just pretend they didn't see it. And I'd say most fighters already know that their life is more precious, but all life is probably just as precious. This area's got a couple things I wish I could do, but I don't fully know how yet, or when. That's the other thing, the when. Miori, you're breaking into the prison camp. Good luck with that. Information gathering is what I do. It's a good comeback when I need one. It's very when the game decides to make Uni speechless. Oh wait, no, I lied. That's actually fairly frequent.
What's that?
There's two quests down here. There's the one that is where Mobius defeated. And I recognize that one.
It's good to keep a record.
I'm saving right now just in case. On the outside of that area. Can't help but wonder if this... I don't remember where on the sword Galahad Fortress was. And where the explosion happened.
We wait.
Oh, it's... that one didn't light up. No, you shut up. Are you getting more of that bounty? Only to get more fierce. Crystal earring. Okay. Talking about story stuff. That is more stuff I dealt with on in what will be at the time of this stream tomorrow's part, because that's a Monday one.
Oh, my plumage
Okay.
is everywhere.
Meaning that one is up. And I haven't visited the upper area right here, so... And there's still bits and pieces of that area that aren't available on the map. So I'd like to look. I'm gonna keep saving around quest related stuff in case it's a hero quest that I don't want to fully equip now. I mean, if it's a side story, I might still do it off in one of these because it's a side story for a character. Whereas, if it's like one of the actual hero quests and it's not until like 57, I'll push it off till later. I mean, at this point, I can take hero quests because I learned that I could take multiple off screen, but I try not to. Okay.
It's good to keep
It could just be extra scene that happens and not really a part of anything. Oh. Air launching. Roam a road now. Oh. He goes flat. But you must have thought I meant to end my life. Some practice balls. Anything want, but from this height, depth not optional. Gain permission for my love's true hand. My dear, in marriage nothing lasts. Any theory of such. Wait, you are outsiders, are you not? It's not inclined to bless our wedding wish. Back, yes. So from Sandbar is the place it sleeps, a sight in yonder Herifia Sea. Though may prove a testing task, at far removed from city fair it lies, only with a boat, so swimming is the only choice I have. High up lonely place. Because that was a thing in the Napon, in Makna Forest. If you jumped from the top of the tree and landed in pool of water, in the pool of water that was below from that one jump point, in front of someone you liked, it was to guarantee, it was a thing that the Napon believed in. Julietta's going to be waiting a long time if you kill yourself jumping off things, mate. Correct. We could take you up to Lavi Sandbar. Where might... Okay, this is a smaller quest, but it's just a still side quest. So, Romeo, Juliet.
Good to add more names.
What? What? Hang on. Hang on. Clipped. Right there. Did I just see Sana or Senna? Too many names that are typed the same. Hang on. But did I just see Senna just try and climb in middle of nowhere? Me to look out. I had a feeling there was one here. And a container. I would have thought this one was a secret. Thing would be down here, would I be able to get anything? That's just a normal quest, so I'll keep it. But it's in an... The quest ends in a spot that I don't know if I'll be able to reach currently. With the main story quests. Whee!
There's no getting up from this. You guys.
And this is why I say don't follow me. Is it up or around? Around that's nothing, so up. Just doing some old-fashioned exploring. There's a thing on the other side. Another ladder.
It's already getting dark.
Oh! Ow. Supply stockpile. Good to know. Good to know. That
Wonder what
does carry over to the training area. So I might do that. Let's see what's over there. There's also that container I want. 925 EXP. Good, good. This one might be quicker because of the door. Ah, I wanted that container. Game said no. Big ask. Friends in? Maybe we could try asking someone? Can we help you? What now? My kids can play. What does that matter? Who cares as long as we're all having fun? Is cut to quick. If we can't solve the clues. A side quest with kids. Okay. Some kids and a not bun. These clues lead to 3 boxes, which are all in the city. Follow one clue and bring back box. It's different each from other. Everything else is trade secret. But they're all marked with an X. Get this clue. At foot of 15 lights. Ooh. For a lot of light sources. For our own clue. Okay. And we can get out through the door. Which is just unlocked. Unsolved riddle.
Good to add more names.
I want my container.
I hope we can make use of this.
Ultra pure? Ultra pure? Nope. Just money. There we go.
Good to add more names.
Oh.
I see some relations have changed.
Lights doesn't match for what we're looking for. Ah. 15. The base of 15 lights. Tree. Oh, There's an information bearer. For Gray's wife having to wait for him to return. Oh. And risking life and limb for the city. Ah. Kabata? You cut for modules too. Okay. The pattern never changes. With some of the talk here in the city, it definitely sounds like someone. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every time. Okay.
My stomach. Could we get a bite to eat, please?
So a ladder here.
Let's use this.
Ah. This one's it. Back travel to city camp because that's the easy one. I think this is probably going to be the last one I do for some leveling today. Thinking of maybe doing another second leveling stream this week. For those on YouTube, it'll probably go up at before the Wednesday part, but we'll see. Anyways, all boxes are found. Everyone worked very hard. Very well done. City. Now is open boxes and enjoy contents. There's notes in here. 28, 756. Memory house. Capped. Oh. Put them together and they mean something. Capped memory house. Could be the what's above there, a road. Here they got spare places to stay up there. Quarter or something. Be the flat number. Round in the message. You were the meh. It's a key code. I have to punch in a number to open it. Solved by self. Okay. So, never mind. That's not completely done. Over to the right. This one seems like one that I would actually need to know where the thing is. Ah. Right here. But there's nothing here. There's a note. Bringing tribute. This is the last one. No answer if clue. Who start thing? His favorite of founder. Torpedo wrap. Okay. Oh. I immediately walked forward. Ugh. I said this is going to be the last quest. I thought I was done. Ah, the torpedo wraps.
There's so much choice.
Enjoy. Incorrect. Ah, there you go. On special smash shoot. He's still on about the food. Here to here. At top of back alley steps. Seriously. So near where we found our quest. Should have looked. Hang on. Up! Oh. Here's the tribute. Perfect. Creator treasure hunt. Looking outside here. It's friends to play with. I don't need friends. Something sad. What was it that happened? More lonely than this. Hasn't come home from battle yet. So I know how you feel. Even more important to be together now. Yeah. Tough problems. Ah. It's a cute one. Very cute one. No. Want me to now? When's the torpedo wrap? But there's only one. Better play to win. Okay, who goes first? If I don't even get to answer. That rather nicely. Which was hardest puzzle of all. Let's just watch them for a while. Okay, so this might be another increasing quest line. Okay.
More names.
Well, anyways, now that that's done, next time
Some relations have changed.
may have another stream. I might not. I like that one, so I don't really need to put out anything more. So I think next thing you'll see on, at least on the for the YouTube side, the next thing you'll see for involving this will be I think heading into some of those question marks, maybe, or me doing that quest line. I might start working on main quest again, because I kind of want to get a move on, but I'm also not sure completely yet. But anyways, that is it for this stream. Thank you all so very much for watching and stopping by, and I shall see you all next time for some more Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Bye.